Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So this is how I save a lot of money on my monthly and weekly food haul. It's been only about a week since I've done a video where I shared with you my last shopping haul, where I picked up a load of meat at a bargain prices. And I mean, they were bargain, pretty much 50% off. I was over the moon and they literally made my day, but my freezer was like up to here. So today I had to pop out again to pick up some fruit for my little one. I didn't really feel that great today because I'm still recovering from a cold, but I had to go out. And even though I didn't feel great, I still find myself compelled of going past the reduced section to see if I can pick up some bargains. And today was not exception. The fridge was absolutely rammed with food. And I mean, like literally top to bottom, it's full of food. And some of it was good, which is a decent food, but which what we call literally food. And of course, there's also loads of like processed pizzas and some other nonsense that is there. But again, I couldn't help myself. My freezers are all pretty much up to there, but it doesn't seem to come into this. When I see such a bargain prices, it becomes like an obsession. Because see, long term, right, by spending money, I'm saving money for not buying this later on at the full price. And today seems to be like, it was a really, really good day. But I had a little bit of a, not saying incident, but I had a bit of a, sort of funny look going on. But I'll tell you that in a minute. So let me turn the camera around, I show you what I've got, and I will tell you what happened as well. So, right, this is what I have. I did buy some veggies as well, but I didn't put them in there. But I'll go through the prices in a minute. So, right, pork joint here. So, we've got original price was £5.58. It's almost a kilo. And it was £3.12. So, that was really good. So, chickens, right, they're the ones that are in the tray. So, original price was £4.94, reduced to £2.52, so it is pretty much half price. I've bought two of them here, so you can see both the same. Then I've seen some of those exceptional meatballs. Look at that, from £4.32 to £1.56. So it's 12 of them, so that's enough for 2.5 people, or two in the little one. But I do take them out of packet and freeze them individually, because then I can adjust my portions depending on how hungry we are and how many people want to eat them. But nonetheless, though, it's a bargain. It's a bargain. I would never pay £4 for that. I'll make my own, but for £1.56, that was a really, really good deal. Then we've got a thick sirloin, 11 ounce, 30-day matured. Again, that was £3.98 and reduced to £2.15. To be fair, I've never seen them full price that cheap. They're normally quite a bit more, but that's what it says, so we take it as that. Then I've got some diced beef. That's the little pack, enough for probably a little pie with some kidneys or something. So £2.41 from £4.92. That's really good. Then we've got a braising steaks. They do work really well. I pretty much cook them the same way in the pressure cooker with a bit of vegetables on the mash. Reduced from £4.59 to £2.52. I've got two of them here. And we've got the 5% lean mince. So that was, hold on, I'll show you in here. For £5.19, reduced to £3.32. It's a vacuum pack. But the best thing, guys, it was the Aberdeen Angus mince. Here we go, look, half a kilo. So it used to be £6.14 to £2.21. This is actually cheaper than this one, and that's by far better than that. But there's still a really good price. There's still a really good price. We go through a lot of mince. I do batch lasagnas and spag balls. It works really well. So, but nonetheless, this was like really, really good. So they only have for all of them. So all of that, right, including the some vegetables that I bought, came to £44.24. If I just worked out the full prices on the meat alone, it was £77.12. So you can see that we pretty much have the price again of the items, but in many cases you can see it's actually better, by far better than the half price. So there we are. You can see why I was really chuffed with myself for picking up those kind of things. My freezers are all absolutely full, so I have to do some juggling. I think I might have to take some stuff out, re-vacuum pack certain bits. I don't know. I have to find a way. But when I see those kind of prices, I just cannot help myself. It is literally becomes like an obsession. But now, guys, right, coming back to about this certain incident. Like I told you before, right, when I go shopping now, yellow stickers, I just don't care. I just don't care what people think. It just doesn't really bother me. I'm thinking of myself, my family. I'm thinking of obviously saving money and eating as healthy as I can for the money that I spend. And yeah, so if that means I have to then swoop and buy the bits on the yellow sticker, then that's absolutely fine by me, right? The shelves are full. There's loads and loads of food up there. There's tons of there's turkeys. There's tons of chicken, be it whole chicken or portion chicken. There were ducks for like £4. It was crazy. It was absolutely fine. But the somewhat funny incident is the people there, right? And people looking at stuff. And I've got my eye on the mince. I've got this one's already in my trolley, and I'm picking this one up. And then suddenly there's two people come about. I think it's mother and daughter. And they're having a debate about the mince. Like, oh, do you want some mince? Like, oh, I don't know. And they're standing there, they're pondering. And I'm like, come to the stage. I give people some time, right? I'm not sort of the horrible person, but it's only so much you can take, right? You sit there debating £2 mince from £6 to £2 with a really decent 5% beef, and they're sort of debating this. So I just took it. In the end of it, I just grabbed this. I gave people time to decide whether you want this or not. So by the time they're sitting there bickering, deciding, having almost domestic, whether they need to buy the mince or not, I just took it anyway. And she sort of looked at me a little bit funny. Sort of kind of like, well, what are you doing? She looked at my trolley and she's seen I've got some other stuff already in there. And she's like, giving me the look. I'm like, okay, well, you snooze, you lose, right? This is how it goes. You snooze, you lose. I'm not there just taking it right in front of her nose. I gave them time. I did say at the end, I said, do you want some mince? I said, I can put this one back if you want. And I kind of put it back in there originally. But she's like, no, that's fine, that's fine. And then further, when I gone around the shop as well, obviously I had the little one with me. And I see she's sort of kind of pushing the trolley in front of me, and she's kind of looked back and she turned around and she's looking at me. I don't know what she was thinking, to be fair. But again, it doesn't really bother me. Whatever she thought, maybe I was in desperate need to feed my family to buy so much meat. I don't know. But in the end of the day, I don't care. But my point is, right, people give you looks. I told you that before. It happens. It happens all the time. It happens to everybody. People might be judging. She might think, oh, like poor single mother or something. I don't know, whatever. Whatever, people making assumptions on people shopping. Little does she know, right, they have the obsession and want to have my freezers full. But that's normality. To me, this is normality, and this is how I choose to shop. Because, as you can see, then I'm saving myself money, obviously, along the way. But my point to you guys, if you are in the position that if you do find some bargains, don't feel don't feel judged. It just really doesn't matter. So she looked at me, whatever she thought, I don't know, but then straight over the head, But the main point as well, don't linger in the shop. If you see something reduced, right, and you're unsure, just take it, put it in your trolley, and then think about it, okay? Rather than doing this, because people like me then, if you're going to be standing there wasting time deliberating and having a domestic argument, whether you want your mince or not, then I'm just going to take it because I want it. Do you see what I'm saying? Not being sounding horrible, but this is just how the life works. And it'd be the same if I think for too long. It happened before. I popped in, I bought something. I've seen reduced chicken for like £3 for a big pack, chicken breasts. I didn't get it. I went to get some milk and I thought, you know what, I'm going to buy this chicken. And I came back literally like half a minute later and somebody just got it in front of me. Just how this works, right? This dog eat dog world. And we gotta all understand that anyway. So there we are, guys. Right, I hope you have enjoyed my tiny little meat haul. I now have to spend probably all afternoon trying to get stuff out of my freezers, reshuffle stuff, repackage stuff, and make sure I can find a space. But I know for sure with these 2 chickens here, so pretty much £5 for 2 of them, I'm going to be cooking them both at the same time. And that will give us lunches and dinners for the whole week for 3 of us. If you think like roast chicken, then we can have chicken and stuffing sandwiches for my husband. We can do a chicken curry. There's so many things I'm going to be doing with that. And to me, £5 for 3 people, then add on other things like vegetables and rice. It's a really good thing, and it will feed us nicely for a week. So there we are, guys. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Don't forget, thumbs up, subscribe if you're not a subscriber, and I shall see you in the next video. Bye bye.